Welcome back, everybody. My name is Andrew, and this is another edition of Kite Army Labs. So today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to pull you from that side of the camera over to here so you can see how I shoot some of my most amazing video for my YouTube channel. I use this guy right here mostly. This is the grip gear, and this is a motorized dolly. But this thing can do more than this. It can also be an electronic slider and shoot panoramic. So before we go any further, let me show you what some of the footage shot with this guy looks like. So that was just a sample of the type of video you can shoot with this Grip Gear Movie Maker 2 set. Now let me show you what I bought. First off, I got the Movie Maker 2 set right here. This is the parts for the slider, which you saw right here, as well as a panoramic feature. And that sells for about 130 bucks on Amazon. There'll be a link to that below. I also wanted this guy right here. This is the micro dolly, and this is the piece that lets you kind of spin around things without tracks, what you just saw in the Apple video. This guy sells for about 30 bucks. They do also sell some extra track. I didn't buy any of that, but supposedly you can make this thing as long as you want on the slider, which is really cool. Let's take a quick look to see what's included in this Grip Gear Movie Maker 2 set. First off, you have your main power unit, 2 pieces of track connector, adapter for your power unit. This is the adapter to your cell phone. This is your cell phone mount. You can see it adapts to different size cell phones. A remote control to control the speed and direction of the power unit. USB charging cable. Here's what's in the micro dolly set. You have your adjustable wheels right here. Your main drive wheel right here. Here's your lock and unlock position. And the adapter to the main power unit. The most common setup for the grip gear is going to be a motorized camera slider. So let me show you how to actually set that up. First, get your motor right here, and there's a few things I want to show you. Here's the power button to turn it on. You just hold that down for a second. It's got a rechargeable battery in it, so there's a USB connection right there. You can charge it, and it doesn't require any wires to operate. There's also an external power connection right there you can use as well. Here, the buttons control the motor. Plus to go faster, you can go all the way up to 9, minus to go slower, and here's your direction. You can choose either one. To stop it while it's moving, just hit either arrow and it will come to a stop. The other thing you need to know about this power motor is to have it unengaged from the track, you just have to pull that out right there. It actually moves that little cog in the center here so it won't engage with the track. So let's put this guy together now. The first thing you're going to want to do to put this together is take your camera mount and just put it into this pocket right here. Lock it down by turning the screw on this side. And of course you can adjust the camera position by tightening this screw on this side. Next, take your cell phone mount and screw that on there just like you would any camera. Now let's put the motor on the slide. Make sure your cog is all the way out there. Take one of your rails and slide the motor on. Next, take the rail connector and just insert it in the bottom of the rail like this. Go halfway in and then tighten down the screw. On the other side, do the exact same thing. Just insert the rail and then tighten down the screw. Now that you've got your grip gear set up, let me show you how to operate it. If you want to insert your cell phone, just pull up on this spring tension mount right here. Slip your cell phone in. If you've got a DSLR or some other camera, you can remove this mount for cell phones and put your regular camera on there. It should adapt to any camera you have. Now let's power on the unit. To do so, you just hold this button right down here for a second. It'll default to 0. That's the speed. Now before I use this, I purposely pulled out the cog over here. you actually have to put that in so that it will lock into the rail. I can't slide it anymore. If that was out, I'd be able to free slide it. So let's choose our speed. Let's go all the way up to 9. That is the fastest speed. Over here, you have your direction. This is left and that's right. Let's have the motor travel left. It'll travel all the way over here to this bumper and then it will return. You can move those bumpers so you can have it move a smaller distance if you like. It's that easy. So the Grip Gear Movie Maker 2 sets can do 2 types of configuration. The first one was the electronic camera slider, which you just saw. The second one is the panoramic, which is basically the camera can spin around. So let me show you how to set that up. In my opinion, it's a little trickier than the camera slider. So the first thing you have to do is get your orange camera adapter. The reason why it's important you choose orange is because it's geared specifically for the panoramic. Now that gear right there has to engage with that gear right there. Now this is tricky, this is the trickiest part, so just bear with me. Get the tab and get the gears and make sure they align up. It is a little tricky, but once you get it, it's real simple. Now to remove this, you just hit this orange tab and it will come off. You need to make sure it's really on there good and you get a good solid click. Now once you do that, put on your camera adapter, whether it's a cell phone camera like I've got here or a regular camera, it's not a problem. Next thing, what's really convenient is you can attach your tripod right to the bottom of the Grip Gear. I have a mini tripod here. It can be a full-size tripod, obviously. Now just screw it on there. Now that I've got it set up, all I need to do is power it on. Let me hold down the power button for a second there. And hopefully it should power up. Set a speed. Let me go 9 so you can see it. And choose a direction. And you can see it'll quickly spin around at 9 speed. Probably not something you're gonna do, you're gonna make people sick. But in essence, that's the basic setup of the panoramic mode of the Grip Gear. So the final configuration that the Grip Gear is capable of is called the Micro Dolly. This is in fact my favorite configuration because you can get some like stellar video from this. It just can be so cinematic and really beautiful. Let me show you how to set that up. First of all, you get the wheels and you put them on down here. You get this screw, insert that screw. On this side, just like before, you have to put this adapter. Now you need the blue adapter for the Micro Dolly, and again, that's because of the gear ratio in this unit right here. Now here's the drive gear. To put the drive gear on, you just spin it like that. Now it will freewheel if this is up, or you can drop it down and that will lock it in. So drop it down to tighten it up really nicely. So what you do is you set your speed and then choose your direction, and you can see it's going to do a really tight circle there, or if I want to go in a nice straight long line, I can set it up like that. Now I can change my speed on the fly here. That will bring it down to a crawl. It's that easy. That's the Micro Dolly. So hopefully you found that overview of the Grip Gear helpful. There are a few things I need to talk to you about. First off, the flexibility of this guy is unbelievable. For 150 bucks, it's an absolute bargain, and every YouTuber should have one, even if you're not certain how you're gonna use it. Now, I actually had a camera slider that I use in my videos in the past. Here it is right here. This is my Franken slider. I built this myself, and it worked fine for the time. It was about 200 bucks. I couldn't afford a professional one, which at that time was about $500. So this Grip Gear is a godsend for us YouTubers because of its price and its flexibility. Now there are some things I don't like about the Grip Gear, and that one of those things is actually the remote control is somewhat useless. From a distance of about a foot, it won't even control the motor. So I leave it at home, I never use it, and it's useless. So I'd like to see Grip Gear improve that. The other thing I should point out is if you run the camera in really high speed, speed 9, you're gonna get lots of vibration in your video. So my suggestion is run it around 4 or 5, and in post-editing, slow it down to match whatever speed you want. You'll get a real stable video then. The last thing is that it's best to use the smallest camera you've got on this the Grip Gear, and that's because it will vibrate less. This thing's capable of probably supporting a camera up to about 4 or 5 pounds, but I would say try to stay on the lighter side of that. So In a nutshell, that is a grip gear. I really like it for 150 bucks, and as I said, every YouTuber should have one. So if you like this video, please show your appreciation to me by subscribing to my channel. Give me a thumbs up on this video. Check out all my other content. Hit the bell. I know that's really annoying, but you have to hit the bell to get any notifications, and I'll see you guys around real soon.